Hi everybody, I'm Al Rochelle and welcome back to the PCS Journal. Well, recently the nation celebrated and honored our veterans on Veterans Day. And we did too in Pinellas County Schools, especially at this location with two special guests. Let's watch.
Our main message for our students was for them to show their appreciation and honor our veterans. A lot of times we don't always talk to our students about what it means to be a veteran. And today our students, our student council, many different students on our campus were able to get up and talk about what that meant to them, and for them to learn a little bit more about what Veterans Day is, why we have Veterans Day, and why we honor those people that have served our country.
We have the privilege of standing here today because of the courage and sacrifices made by the people who are here before us and many others like them, so we thank you.
Today must become our day to express our attitude of gratitude to every man and woman who now serves in the military or has served in the past.
So today we were honored to have two World War II veterans. One gentleman was 94 years old, the other gentleman was 101 years old, and it was just an honor to have them here and be part of our celebration.
And I know that it was a good training for me at the time that I was just a young lad. And it was something that I will never forget. The students in the school, they're just wonderful. That's one of my biggest enjoyments, is always being with my family and being with them at all times.
My father has 6 great-grandchildren, 2 of which go to this school. But he was a shining example for me in my life, and I think this Veterans Day is important for all the kids to have examples like that, that they can see the opportunities for them and the service that they can render to the country and to our fellow citizens. My mother and father, when he was on leave in San Francisco, he finished the war in San Francisco in naval intelligence.
My service, all I can think about is those that went before me, and we all served a good cause to keep this country free. Well, the freedom that I appreciated, I would like everybody to be able to follow suit, and just to be in this country and to have that freedom is just not enough. You've got to pass it on.
Well, my dad never really talked much about his service and the war until the last few years. And actually, when we ended up moving him recently, I found his World War II scrapbook. Yeah. And I never knew what a hero my dad was until I looked through that scrapbook and was able to see that part of my dad's life.
We had Bob Height here today, and he was recognized for his service to our country. His grandchildren were able to come up and honor him by announcing his name and presenting him with a certificate.
I'm so grateful that my granddaughters are in this fabulous school. This school harkens back to my Julian Curtis, my elementary school, back in the day, you know? Yeah. Where they say the Pledge of Allegiance and they sing the national anthem. It gives me great heart and hope for the future when we still have schools like this in our country.
So at Curtis Fundamental, our main goal is to help our students to understand the value of each individual person, to understand the value in themselves. Veterans Day is a great time for them to remember that by showing their appreciation not only for themselves, but for other people who serve so that they have the opportunity to come here. It is my belief that Curtis Fundamental is a successful school because of our homeschool connection. We cannot do this, we cannot be successful without our partnership with our families that are here every day, and we are so thankful that they are able to be a part of not only every day of our school, but today at our Veterans Day program.
Now let's talk about STEM education, receiving a lot of attention, particularly in Pinellas County, but also internationally. In fact, Pinellas County was recognized for its excellent programs with a visit from 8 different countries. These are women that came here to learn about women's issues, but also how to improve education in their hometowns as well. Let's take a look.
Nice to meet you. Good morning. So today we had 8 women from 8 different countries come to see and learn about STEM in Pinellas County. What can propel us in terms of education? And these women are STEM leaders in their countries, and they wanted to see what we're doing in the United States and how they can bring some of those components back to what they're doing.
Enjoy your stay.
Dr. Grego also stopped by and spoke to the 8 females. It was great because from a leadership perspective, he was able to talk about his initiatives with STEM. He was able to share with them some of the research that has been done with males and females in STEM education, and really what our role is with STEM education and how we are preparing our students for the workforce that surrounds us in Florida.
World Partnerships brings not just educators, but we bring journalists, we bring security programs, rule of law programs, healthcare programs, academic programs from all over the world. It is the oldest professional exchange program in the State Department. It was wonderful to meet Laura, who could relate to these women and also learn more about the STEM program here in Pinellas County and the uniqueness of the STEM program.
It was my first experience. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure kids will love doing something like this. It's very practical. It has many benefits, apart from meeting other professionals from different countries and also being exposed to what's being done in America. I have met many inspiring persons.
It's really interesting. We have been thinking about doing a centralized STEM education office in Estonia also, and it's nice to see that there are places that have already done that, so we can communicate and collaborate on that maybe.
It was amazing. I think it gives us a little bit of context and new ideas to take home, maybe try to implement, maybe develop some relationships with the Pinellas County. I think that would be wonderful.
Well, if you've watched our program at all or know anything about Pinellas County Schools, you know that career education is a really big deal, producing a lot of great results. Well, recently one of our career education centers got a facelift. Let's take a look.
I'm so happy the community came together, put the money together to help us with this project, and now it looks high-tech on the outside because it's really, really high-tech on the inside. I'm happy to broadcast that out to the community.
Look at this building and we look what it stands for. It stands for the economic development of this community. It stands for putting people to work. It stands for short-term turnaround training programs that really energizes this entire community.
Those short 3 months I enrolled in a patient care technician program, and that allowed me to go from working overnight at a gas station in a job that was not secure to being able to work the past 11 years in a steady employment field. Fast forward 11 years, I am so honored and happy to be graduating at the completion of this month from this practical nursing program. I know that it's going to enable me to provide a much better life and possibilities for my children, and I'm so thankful to Pinellas Technical College for allowing me to have those opportunities.
The first time the students walk on my campus, now they have a grand entrance, a beautiful student services center, and they're deserving of that because we're setting them on a career that's going to change their lives. And you know what? I have a community behind me to hire these people, and they are begging me for more and more and more, and it's a fantastic opportunity for the community.
Well, as the fall sports season winds down, we wanted to take some time to highlight some of our student athletes that are absolutely spectacular in their performance through a program called Grades and Grit. And today we'd like to introduce you to a volleyball player from Paul Harbor University High School.
I'm DeMaurice Lee, and welcome to Grades and Grit, the show that highlights the academic and athletic achievements of a Pinellas County Schools student. Today, we highlight Katie Cameron, a senior volleyball player at Palm Harbor University High. Hi Katie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for joining us today. How do you balance the demands of academics and athletics?
Well, honestly, it's really difficult because academics does take a lot of time. I'm in the IB program here, and it does take a lot of my time. But I honestly have learned to have really good time management and organization. I write everything down that I need to do, and I just make sure it gets done like by the time it needs to get done, and that usually ends up working for me.
So when did you start playing volleyball?
I started playing volleyball when I was about 9 years old, and I played on a 12s team because they didn't have anything younger, but I loved it. I pretty much rode the bench the whole time, but it was still so fun. Honestly, once I found volleyball, it was like, that was the only thing for me.
What motivates you on the court?
I think because of the team sport environment, my teammates really motivate me. Them putting in hard work also makes me want to put in hard work. So I feel like we just have a culture of motivation where we all work hard so that another person will work hard.
Is that the same thing for the classroom? What motivates you in the classroom?
At school, a lot of people are very competitive with their grades, and I try not to get as caught up with it as some people do because they just get really into it. But I will say that the competitive nature of school really helps motivate me.
What drives Katie?
Honestly, I hate losing, I hate failure, and so and I don't want to disappoint myself. I don't want to disappoint. I set pretty high expectations for myself, so those expectations drive me to be successful.
How is Pinellas County Schools preparing you for your future?
Pinellas County Schools is great because they, especially the IB program at Palm Harbor, the fact that Pinellas County was able to put the IB program in Palm Harbor as well as in other schools has really, I think, drove me towards success and opened up my opportunities for my future.
After high school, what's next for Katie?
Well, I'm committed to the University of Tampa to play beach volleyball, so that's the plan. With what I'm going to major in, probably something in the biology realm, not exactly sure yet, but definitely going in that path.
Give us a final thought on life here at Palm Harbor University High.
My life at Palm Harbor University High School has been phenomenal. I've made such great friends. I've learned so much. And life is good at PHUHS.
Grit can be defined as courage and resolve, strength of character. And as you can see, Katie Cameron is a great example of the definition grit. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Well, that's our show. I hope you find it interesting. I know I do. Thank you for watching, and we're back again very soon.